O curling é um desporto olímpico coletivo praticado numa pista de gelo, com o objetivo de deslizar pedras de granito o mais perto possível de um alvo. Este desporto tem notado uma grande ascensão global, devido à construção e maior facilidade no uso de ringues de gelo em vários países, incluindo aqueles sem temperaturas frias. Hoje vamos conhecer a nossa Seleção Nacional Portuguesa de Curling, um projeto recente fundado em colaboração com a Federação Portuguesa, com o objetivo de promover este desporto e levar a qualidade dos nossos atletas e um dia competir nos maiores torneios mundiais.
Honestly, I used to be a hockey guy, playing lots of hockey growing up, especially in Canada. I actually gave up hockey a couple of years ago to just focus on curling. I've been curling now for over 6 years, and it's been a sport that I just gravitated to, and I love the strategy, and it's just, it's a team camaraderie sport too, a small team, and you really do feel like a team out there. So I want to say it's almost like chess on ice, if you will, right? There's a lot of strategy to it. You can see it. If you don't know it, you think it's just throwing rocks, hitting rocks and that. But there's positions. You want to put it in certain positions, the rocks, to make sure your next shot, you can make that next shot. You've got to think what your opponent's going to do next. So there is a little more strategic than what people think.
There's always different variables when you're playing the game. That's, the ice conditions are changing, where to place the rocks, how to sweep, and a lot of things. It's not as easy as it used to be when they had, you shoot a rock, take out another rock. They've got new rules now where it doesn't allow you to take out certain rocks after a number of throws and stuff like that. So, it's just there's a lot of different variables.
Alan Chaves realça a importância da química e dinâmica entre todos os membros da equipa, incluindo a confiança na liderança do seu skip.
Well, a lot of it is understanding each other. Curling, because it's such a small team of like 4 or 5, you really want to develop that synergy right off the bat, that chemistry, right, that goes with the team. Understanding your skip, because the skip's actually making the calls, believing in his calls, adapting to his strategies and that. So that's up front. Also, just like preparation from games, being focused, understanding. Perry, our coach, really does a good job with statistics, understanding those stats. How can we improve from game to game? Not only that, but from practice as well, and how to slowly progress to get us to that next level, right?
Sabrina Ribau é uma das dirigentes da Seleção Nacional Portuguesa de Curling, presente aqui no Canadá. Também uma excelente curler, decidiu dar uma pausa como atleta para se focar neste projeto, pelo qual demonstra uma enorme paixão e orgulho.
Back in 2020, they had put out a post through the Curling in Portugal Facebook page, and they're looking for Portuguese curlers who had Portuguese citizenship in Canada, and we do have our citizenship, so we went, let's reach out and see what they're looking to do, see what they're looking to build. And so we connected with them. This was we had a meeting February 27th, 2020. So just before the pandemic broke out, we thought we would be going to Scotland in the fall, and obviously pandemic hit. So we kind of did a lot of off-ice training, a lot of program team building in the background for those 2 seasons until we were finally able to go to World Mixed in October 2022. Yeah, it's incredibly important to have that bridge to the sport here in Canada, because at the moment we're in the process of trying to build a facility in Portugal. We currently have a kind of a smaller condensed facility in Covilhã, and that's been really great to kind of build the sport a little bit locally within Portugal. But it's so important because until we have full sheets of ice like we have here, like full playing surfaces, it's really hard to train curlers in Portugal, so reaching out to the diaspora is super important.
Sabrina destaca o apoio fundamental do patrocínio de diversas companhias e associações portuguesas e canadianas, que permitem a este projeto continuar a crescer e oferecer as melhores condições possíveis aos seus atletas, assim como tornar possível o sonho da construção de uma pista de gelo em Portugal.
Even just in the last 2-3 years since I've been involved, I think I have seen a massive growth in the number of athletes we've found who are now a part of the Portuguese Winter Sports Federation as curling athletes. So I've seen a growth within Canadian curlers. We also have some athletes over in Europe, in Switzerland, and Portugal, and the UK. So we're really kind of slowly building that awareness that Portugal has the program, and really kind of reaching out and building those connections so we can continue to build the program.
Estes curlers não conseguem esconder o sonho de um dia poderem representar Portugal nos Jogos Olímpicos ou noutro dos torneios de maior prestígio, demonstrando um enorme orgulho em representarem o nosso país em cada partida.
Ideally, you know, why not shoot for competing with the best and against, and really striving for the Olympics. We, you know, especially if we're able to kind of harness the local talent we have here, harness the, you know, the talent we have in Europe who are Portuguese, and being able to really build that. I don't see why we couldn't, you know, especially once we do have ice in Portugal, to really build from the ground up a really strong Portuguese curling program.
I wanted to, you know, take advantage of the fact that Portugal had, you know, first generation, you could become a citizen. And I mean, I visited Portugal there many times. I really enjoy the country, I enjoy the culture, I grew up in the culture. So it was just a fit for me to do it from a personal level.
To don this, you know, the Portuguese shirt and play for the nation, I got to give something back to Portugal. It's an incredible honor.
O futuro da nossa seleção nacional portuguesa de curling promete, especialmente com todo este entusiasmo, dedicação e orgulho demonstrado não só durante a competição, mas também na promoção e educação sobre esta modalidade. Aguardamos e torcemos por todo o seu sucesso.